first bout of unfairness can't be at school, or when they're 30.
All right,
Period.
that's it. That's
She
all I
ate
want.
that. Ate that. That's the best. Bitch, that
Yes,
was
she
a
did. And this
summer.
was just last month. So I guess it was after Mother's Day when she talked to Zaya. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. But yeah, that was it.
What's good, Jay? I just wanted to say, well, I'm a trans masculine person. I've been transitioning a little over a year.
Okay.
But what I wanted to say was that I told my mom I wanted to be a boy when I was 8 years old.
Okay.
And like I said, I didn't start my transition until a little over a
There you
year, like last year or two
go.
ago.
Okay.
So I waited because she put so much doubt in me that I wasn't in my right mind to make that decision. And even now, as an adult, transgender adults still have to prove that, oh, you're not in your right mind to make this decision.
Mm-hmm.
We constantly have to go through all these
Exactly.
therapies, all these psychological visits. Even as an adult, we still have people telling us we're
I'm
not
getting
in our
emotional.
right mind to make the decision. And what I'm saying is that, like, it's not true. We always knew. I knew I was trans when I was 8 years old. That's what I'm telling you. It's not that I've always been in my right mind.
Mm-hmm.
And people telling you you're not, and they constantly will, just because people feel like being trans is wrong. They don't feel like, oh, you just need to wait till you know more. You need to wait till you know more. You know
Oh,
already.
baby. That's not what I said, though, baby. I'm gonna let you have your speech and speak your story, but that's not what I said. That's not what I said, baby. Your bearing on what you choose to do with your life have no depiction of your parents, sweetie. Okay? You just living in your parents' shadow, boo. And that has nothing to do with your parent not making the just decision. She made the just decision in the moment of what she felt. Sweetie, it's not nothing to do with how you feel.
But a
It has no
parent's job.
hold on, baby.
Okay.
It has
Okay.
nothing to do with how you felt. It has nothing to do with this. You can come to me and say, babe, I want to feel like this. I feel like this, mom. I feel like I'm a boy. I'm gonna feel like I'm a girl. But if I don't have that bearing because you're under my household and I'm making every decision for you, I have to tell you when to eat. I tell you when to sleep. I tell you when to get good. I brush your teeth. I iron your clothes. I
You're
feed you. So because you feel that way, don't mean I have to accept that way. Yes, you feel like a boy.
It's not
Yes,
that you have to accept it, but you could at least give your child some support.
it
It's
has
not that you
nothing
have
to
to
do with
accept it.
support. Hold on, baby.
Yes, it does.
I would hate to
Right?
Wow.
you. It has nothing to do with
We're
support. You
not
telling
getting
me
there.
I want to be a girl. Yes, you want to be a girl, baby. We're gonna have to take you to some therapy. But hold on, the therapist is now telling me, oh well, I think the best course of action is hormone therapy. I think the best course of action is this. I think I want
If
him to
you
have.
get
I want him to take his titties off his chest. I'm not. I'm speaking big. I'm speaking
a
blank.
doctor would
I'm speaking
never
openly.
say that to a child.
We have seen it happen, baby.
It's literally illegal to get hormones before 16.
In
And by
certain
the age of
situations,
16, that's
some of these states are not. Some of these states are fighting
the
against
age of
that.
16, you can literally consent to have sex with a grown ass man. At the age of 16, you can make a decision
That's
to go
not
to college
true.
for a
You
career
wrong,
with your
baby.
entire
You
life.
wrong,
At the
baby.
age of
Hold on, I
16,
gotta bench
you
you.
can be a
You wrong,
parent. At
baby.
the age of
I'm a bench you,
16,
baby. You
you're
wrong,
not,
baby.
you know
You wrong,
enough.
baby.
At the age of
You
16,
wrong. You wrong. Every state not like that. Some states are allowing these kids at 15 in Alabama. Let me pull up the Alabama law. Let me pull up the Alabama law. It's the governor in Alabama. She's fighting against that. Yes, she wanted a certain age where you can't go in the doctors and do that. It's big laws and it's on the legislative. Some motherfucking states you can be at a certain age and do that shit. In certain ages and states you can go in at 14, 15, and 13 and get start hormone therapy with your mother's consent. Yes, it is. It's true. It's some states that where you can do that. So that's not always the case. In your case, it might not have been true. But in some cases, it is true. Look at the Alabama laws and what the governor is trying to fight against. It is some laws where you can do that. I promise you, you can do that in certain states. Maybe not in your scenario and your state. Every state don't have the same laws. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
in
Every
the
state
state
don't
of
do that
Alabama, you cannot be on HRT before 16. And
because
like I
she fought
said, by the
against
age of
it.
16,
No, she fought against it. They
no,
were
she
fighting. They were
didn't. That's
combative
been
with
the
the.
law.
And
That's
the governor
always been
state
the
she was fighting
law.
against it. She was fighting against some laws that was
No,
saying
she wasn't.
something she was trying to do. I don't know, maybe not in that state, but
She
I was reading something
trying to
about
keep transgender kids out of sports is what she's trying to do. Trying to get doctors to jail for giving 16-year-olds affirmative care is what she's trying to do. Trying to
okay, well
fire
I feel like
teachers
that's young.
for
Okay, I'm with it. What's wrong?
affirming transgender students is
Well,
what
I'm
she's
with
trying to
that. I'm
do.
with that. I'm with that. What's wrong?
It's not gonna stop kids from being trans.
Well, that's your opinion.
That's that's not an
Until
opinion.
you
It's a
turn
fact.
18, it's only an opinion.
And when you okay, okay, I see I'm talking to a brick wall. All right.
You're not talking to.
Hey,
Hold on, baby. Hold on, Teddy, before you run off. But what I'm saying to you is that if in fact in 16 is the law there, that means they wanted a parent's consent, correct?
It has to still be with parental consent
Exactly. So I'm saying if
regardless.
the parent don't agree until the child is out their house, it's the same thing.
But you claim it's for the better interest of your child, and it's not.
But I don't have to give a fuck how you feel. Did you hear I just played a Michelle Obama clip? Sometimes
But
you
I'm
have to.
saying, do you give a fuck about your child? Do you give a fuck
That's
about your
not me.
child?
Hold on. Let me meet you. Hold on. Let me meet you. Let me meet you. Let me meet you. Let me meet you. Bitch, what? Girl, excuse you. Excuse you. What are you talking about? Oh, I don't love my child because I didn't agree with what they saying. That means I don't love the child? Girl, you sound fucking crazy, bitch. Like, what are you talking about? That because I don't love the child because I didn't agree with them wanting to do it under my household. That's not the same motherfucking thing. How is that the same thing? That's not the same thing. What are you talking about? That's not the same thing.
You don't love your child if you don't
Okay.
support
Oh,
them.
now you
And
don't love the child. Okay.
waiting to
what?
listen.
Wow. Now you don't love
Waiting
the
to
child. After you done
waiting to
motherfucking out.
transition if you're
Took care of them up
able.
until this
If
age. Now you don't love them. You gave them the best
can I talk
schooling,
real? Let me
fed
just talk
them,
real quick. Let me just
clothed
talk
them.
real
Now
quick,
you don't love
please.
them because you don't agree with this. Wow. Now
That's not true.
all the love is gone.
What I'm saying is, if your child, you can visibly see that they are making a formed decision at the age of 16 or whatever, and you still saying, fuck no, you are actually hurting them because their body still has to progress. And that could have ended if you stepped in and gave them the care that they needed. Now they have to get more surgery. Now they have to spend more money because you didn't step in and let them get the care that they needed to do that early on and to be who they
But
wanted to be
baby,
early.
being a parent does not always mean that the parent is right. But that doesn't also hold on, bitch. Let me tell you
It's
something.
not about being
Hold on, bitch.
right. It's about being
Hold
supportive.
on. No. Being a parent doesn't mean that because I did not agree and this did not come out the way I thought it would come out. Don't mean it's any love less. Because you felt like your decision was so right. My love for you is now so vocal. Oh, so I agree with you. Oh, I love you so much more. Because I was indifferent to you, I love you less. Bitch, that's what you
No,
said.
love is supporting the person regardless of how
But
you
that's what
feel
you
because
said
it's
because
never
I
your
disagree.
decision.
My love is less. You said because
It's
I don't
never
agree.
your decision. It's their body.
So that means the love is less.
If you support them, you love them, period.
Girl, I disagree. I just disagree on that. Love is a fucking
You
feeling. Bitch, period.
Um,
Love is a feeling.
Dre,
Bitch. That's what it is. A feeling.
Dre.
love's the
Um,
action.
You can drop it
I
now,
just
Kelly, if you
um,
Love's the
drop it.
action.
okay. I just want to speak on the young lady who came up and said, "What if your children run out and get hormones or whatever?" Okay, I'm almost 50 years old. I'm from New York. Okay,
Hey,
and I had a friend growing up. I'm gonna say she, but he. He was 15 and
yeah.
started transitioning.
Then it makes sense.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And his parents allowed the transitioning, even though they had to black market the hormones off of the streets and all that kind of stuff like that. But when he got older, when he got in his 30s, he killed himself.
Hold it. Not my Kelly. Hold it. Not my Kelly. Not mine. Go ahead.
He committed suicide. And before he committed suicide, the one thing I can remember him saying is, my parents, he felt like his parents gave up on him. Like they didn't fight what he was trying to do at 15 years
And
old.
it
He
has no
felt
bearing on
like
the parent. That has no bearing on the
he
parent, though, babe.
no, no,
Unfortunately.
no, 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 no. I understand what you're saying, and I'm not saying it has a bearing on the parent. Listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the mental state as a child, you are not prepared for that transition because there are some who have transitioned. This transition thing did not just start, okay? People been transitioning since the 70s, the 80s, okay? And
Mm-hmm.
there are some who were 15, 16, 17 years old that transitioned, and their parents allowed them to transition and ended up not feeling that way when they got older, not feeling like they wanted to be a girl when they got older.
And also,
But
let's
by
talk
then it
about.
was too
That's the
late.
person fault then.
But hold on,
That's
let's
the
talk
kid
about the
fault.
parents' trauma, the parents' depression, the parents' sadness. Sometimes, oftentimes, the parent don't want to do it, and they sit in grief and
Yeah,
depression,
and
making
I
it feel like, did I
agree.
make the best decision for the child? Did I do all I could
And
as a
I
parent?
agree.
But oftentimes, the parent gets shunned away because they want to be the child's friend as well. So they want to do anything. And when you talk about
Exactly.
the love, you making your parent feel like they don't love you because you're not agreeing with everything they do. Now you feel like
Exactly.
now
That's
my
what I
parent.
was
I
about. That
resent
is
as a parent.
exactly what I was about to get to. And because of that, my friend is no longer here
Wow.
because of the decision that his parents
Oh, okay.
allowed him to make at 15.
Wow.
He is no longer
Wow.
here. Okay?
That's
So if anybody feels like it's wrong to fight for your child,
mhm.
to raise your child as what it was born, you are fucking crazy. That is a child.
Exactly. I agree.
You are responsible for that
Their
child, to
well-being,
raise
they
that
every
child as God made it. Not to say that you don't agree with it liking the
right.
same sex or none of that. But at what point do you give that child a chance to be what it
A,
is born?
a child and a boy. Exactly. So yeah, what you about to say, Riley?
Yeah. To the people who's saying like the kids can decide what they want to do and everything like that. If you could decide what you want to do, you would have did it from as soon as you came out the womb. Period.
Hmm.
Like how people having gender reveals and stuff like that. Say, oh, y'all have fireworks, balloons popping off. It's a boy and this and that. Then your son want to turn a girl. And you bought all them boy clothes, spent all that money. It just don't make no sense. First of all, I just really just feel like kids shouldn't be deciding anything because you're
Right.
a
And what about the
kid.
trauma of the
And
parent? A lot of people don't think about the trauma of the parent. Let's talk about the trauma of the parent. Not knowing, feel like they put the child in their best position and raise them the very best. And I'm piggybacking off the young lady. I mean, I'm sorry, the young man that came up here and said the parent don't love the child. But what about the parent did everything they could, make sure they had
first of all,
good.
I feel like the parent do love the child when they make that decision to say no because they really care about that child. When
And
you
I was
become
talking about the mental
18, you
Exactly.
could
anguish.
do
I was talking about
whatever
the
you
mental
could do
anguish
whatever
of.
you want.
Hold on, Riley. I was talking about the mental anguish of everything. Worrying about that child going to school. Worrying. I'm talking about middle class. Okay,
Oh
middle
yeah,
class,
for sure, yeah.
not suburban. I'm talking about middle class families who don't necessarily have the best financial resources to make their child transition comfortable. I'm talking about the ones that have to go to school, have to worry about all that and all that mental anguish that the parent is going through as well. Worrying about their child 24/7, having to pop up, beat kids up, slap the child to parents. You know what I'm saying? That takes a toll on the parent when the child literally they want the child to be a
100%.
child. They want the child to be the very best. It takes a mental anguish on the
Facts.
parent as well. So it's not
But the
always about the
problem the
child.
problem is
Y'all
with
want
a
to be
lot of people
selfish.
these
Children are.
days.
Hold on, Riley. Oftentimes, children are selfish, and that's every right because they don't have the mental capacity to not be selfless. So, oftentimes,
Exactly.
kids want their parents to be selfless in every situation. No, sometimes parents have to be selfish and understand. I don't want my child to endure this. I don't want my child going through this. So, I'm making the best decision for me and my child's sake, me and my child's well-being. It's not gonna make sense to you now, but later down the line, when you are of a certain age and a certain caliber of thinking, I will have that conversation and why I chose to make those decisions and why I chose to do those things. So oftentimes, seeing from the parents' perspective. And I felt like that was very shady of that young man to come up here and say, "Oh, my parent didn't love me." Bitch, she taught you how to be the very best. She gave you all the tools because she disagreed with this life altering decision. She doesn't love you any less. Bitch, that's
Facts.
fucking crazy to me. That's selfish. That's
And I
weird.
also
I
feel,
agree.
and I also feel like when you not 18 yet, you don't get to choose what you want to be. When you turn 18, then you can choose what you want to be. To me, that's still supporting you because
And
I'm
that's
letting you
fair.
know
And that's fair.
Right.
Because
I'm
you're not
still
under my
supporting
care,
you because
you're not under my protection.
exactly.
You have the financial resources. A lot of these children learn to be doctors, lawyers. They might be more educated than me. A lot of oftentimes we're a little bit more educated than our parents. We have the more um life has took us in different journeys with a lot of these gay people are social media influencers. They become so much more than what their parents have been through. And the parents love that because they don't know. So now you
Right.
schooling me. But bitch, under my umbrella, under my helm, under my care, under my thought process, under my journey, and what I think is best, you have to abide by that. And when you become an age, you now necessarily don't have to agree with me. Mom, I didn't agree with that. Mom, I didn't like that you chose to walk that path. Well, babe, this is how I felt. This is my walk. I necessarily wanted to protect you. I wanted to shield you from things that I felt would object our lifestyle and what we my walk of life. So it is what it is. How can you say like I
Somebody just said in the comments, I don't have to agree to support you. Now that motherfucker right there said a whole fucking lot. I do
right.
not have to agree to
Mhm.
support you.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And the piggyback off that Dwayne situation, I just feel like he living through his child because that's what he wanted to do. He just didn't have the courage to do it.
Yep.
I feel like he need to come out the closet. It's okay. Like it's more acceptable now. It wasn't more acceptable back then, but it's just like you making
Thank
decisions
you,
for
Dre. I'm
your
a
child.
drop. Thank you.
Okay, baby.
You making decisions for your child, not even really caring how the mother feel. That is crazy to me.
Mhm.
Like she pushed the child out, not you. Yeah, y'all made the kid together, but you ain't even taking consider her feelings. Then you got your wife saying, "Yeah, let's do this."
Oh, girl,
Girl,
wife with scrambled eggs.
girl.
Go ahead.
Hey yo,
Like
yo.
what?
Nah, y'all going crazy on this bitch, but at the end of all this, for real, y'all gotta realize real love is tough than a motherfucker. What's good, y'all?
Mhm.
Real love tough than a motherfucker. Y'all gotta accept that. Ain't nobody gotta love you the way that you wanna be loved. You feel me? Like everybody got their restrictions and their boundaries and the way that they feel and all that shit, but all that shit is really temporary.
So, what was your journey like through your walk? Like, was your parents accepting? Was it?
Like for real, that's a good question. Okay. So when I was younger, my mama introduced me. My mama brought me my first pair of like boxers. I ain't never asked her for that shit. I was 13. I was a tomboy all my life, you feel me? But my mama really introduced that shit.
But was she putting you on testosterone? Was she doing all that?
Um, at the time, I never really knew what that shit was. Like
Exactly.
I didn't even know what that shit was for real, for real. So
Exactly.
that shit wasn't on my mind. I was a child. I was just a tomboy. Like I was just a gay tomboy, and my mama was accepting of that.
So, because she's accepting you through your tomboy phases, where it's though, okay, I want you to feel how you want to feel, but bitch, I'm not putting no testosterone in you. I'm not making
Exactly.
your
She let
breast
me
all
express
manipulated.
myself,
I'm
cause
not
I
making your
never
breast
really like
all.
wearing dresses,
Bitch, I
girl
might let you wear
clothes,
a
and shit like
motherfucking
that.
sports bra. You might can take your titties to the back of your motherfucking back. But bitch, I'm not about to sit there and cut your titties off for you.
Exactly. See, my mama was. Hold on. But yeah, my journey was lit as hell though. Now I ain't gonna cap. I do wish my mama wouldn't have been so accepting of me, like being so boyish, because it got to a point where like I started like wanting to cut my hair off and shit like that, to get with women and shit like that.
She gave
And
you a
I
dick and
did
you wanted
start
to take
like
them
wanting to
out.
be, I still want to start like being more boyish and like be the guys. I was always hanging with the niggas and shit like that. I was the only one with hair like a fucking blowout. Like I wanted to blend in with the niggas. You
Because
feel
you
me?
know why? It felt like she wanted to be your friend too. She wanted to do anything to make you feel good, and which is okay. But we got to learn how to
I'm but listen, but
reject it.
listen, I'm not blaming my mama because my mama was just accepting like that. My daddy wasn't fucking with that shit. You feel me? I had two parents. You feel me? So I had one that was on that boundary shit that went by the Bible. You feel me? Was on that church shit like that.
This shit just a phase. All that other shit. You feel me? I ain't gonna say we went at it or nothing like that, but you know we had our disagreements over the years. But my mama, she was. I wish I ain't gonna cut. When I wanted to cut my hair off, I wish my mama would have told me no. You feel me? Like I regret. Like now, I wish if I would have kept my hair, I would have had my shit down to my back. You feel me? Like, and I ain't saying like there's nothing wrong with that,
Okay.
but I just wish she would have been more restrictful.
Mm-hmm. That's some real shit. Well,
You feel me?
I appreciate you, Kodak. Go ahead, P.
And Dre, that was my point that I was making. The way that you went online and you looked up that video of that 6-year-old girl and how her parents were so accepting, that's the same thing a lot of these kids are doing. And they're seeing that stuff and they're seeing that the parents are so accepting and they're seeing that the parents are allowing it. And they're thinking in their head, oh, well, my mom should allow this, my dad should allow that. And when they don't allow it, it's an issue. Oh, my parents hate me, they're transphobic and stuff like that. And that don't be the case.
So, what is your argument?
My argument is that it's too much of this stuff, so much allowance, and so much of this stuff being broadcasted all over the internet, on TV, just in real life. The way you said that there's an agenda being pushed.
Okay, so okay, right. I was
I'm agreeing with you.
right.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying that
Oh,
there's an agenda being pushed. I'm saying that it's everywhere. That's where a lot of these young
Okay,
kids
baby,
have.
you could have said in the comments for that. He was
I,
specifically asking about the parents. So
what?
Dre, this is my problem with parents. Like, no shade.
Hold on, see, let me drop you down because you rude. Because, girl, that wasn't even called foul. Everybody got an opinion, but we got to respect others' opinions, babe. Hold on, babe. Only I can feel it up here, bitch. Hold on, Miss Ziggy. Only I got this drop seat, baby. I don't need you feeling it. Go ahead, babe.
Oh, hey Dre. So, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. No. Okay. So I mean, this conversation is a hard one, but I'm just like, I think my biggest issue is the thing with the parents and like you kind of bringing up them being hurt and them having their trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Because as far as I'm concerned, it's like, yes, parents do have their trauma because we all grow up and we are traumatized by our parents. But I think that the responsibility when you become a parent is to do the best that you can to not have to pass that on and perpetuate that trauma onto your child. So I'm like, if you know better, then you are meant to do better. And it's really as simple as a Google search, just like everyone can go on and watch all these shows on TV and go on the Shade Room and all that. You can go on Google and you can do research as well and not have to, just because you were raised with a certain mindset about what gay people are like or what trans people are like, perpetuate that onto your child and create an unsafe mental and emotional space for them. Because once your kid does get older and they are traumatized because of the way that the space that you created for them, then at that point, you are, in my opinion, responsible for the ways that they might harm themselves moving forward. Because emotionally and mentally, when they were younger, they didn't feel like they were in a space where they could express themselves. And therefore, they're going into the future now as adults feeling like, well, like, what do I do now? Like, I'm completely messed up in my head. I don't know what to do. Don't know where to go to. I don't have any research, any information because my parents weren't there to even provide me with any of those resources. So that's when you start spiraling into depression. And it's sad because I think a lot of gay people, they speak from places of being traumatized. And so when they get older, they turn into the very bigots and the very homophobic and transphobic people that may have tortured them when they were children, turning into their parents essentially. And so they grow up having these opinions that they spread and talk about on like public platforms, and it becomes, I don't know, you're just nurturing these negative opinions that really don't make sense when you just sit down and think about it. And like I said, it's as simple as just seeking out like sources that will give you this information. And I don't know, it's just, I wish that more people would just not, and this isn't just about you, Dre, this is about a lot of people
Okay,
that I've talked to about the same topic.
hold on. What does objectiveness have to do with opinions?
You
If
said
I
what?
get all this, hold on. What does objectiveness have to do with an opinion? You may tell me if you.
Objectiveness?
What does yeah?
Okay, what do you mean by that?
What if I'm objective to what I'm reading and the source that I'm understanding? Like, okay, so, um, yes, I read this, I understood this, I get this, I don't agree with this, but because you
Hmm.
feel like you're going through this spiral of depression and you're going through this, that, and the third, I still don't agree to that. So I don't understand why you making it as if that my me getting knowledge of it is still something that I have to conform to make you transition.
Well, no, I mean, when you get knowledge about what it is to transition and what the experience of being trans is like, I feel like if you know better, then you do better. And if you know better and you don't do better, then you are complicit in what it is your child moves forward doing, and as so far
But
as
that does
harming
not put a,
themselves.
no. But that doesn't stain me as a parent. What are you talking about? That's just
Well,
me
it stains you
disagreeing
as a
with what you
parent, and
thinking.
so no, it stains you as a parent insofar as if
It
you
does
know
not. I
better and
disagree
you've
with
gone
you.
and done
I
the,
disagree.
but but
I
let me talk,
disagree.
friend. But let me talk, friend. It stains you as a parent because if you move forward and you now know better, but because of your own personal feelings, you don't change and adjust your behavior as to how you deal with your child and how you create a space for them to be themselves and to feel safe coming to you, then when they move forward
Oh, no, no,
and
no,
they
no, no,
do
no,
not
bitch.
feel safe
Let me mute
and
you.
they harm
Let me mute
themselves
you.
or they
Let me mute you.
commit
Bitch.
suicide, you are
Now you
definitely.
muted. Now you muted. Girl, you sound fucking crazy. Bitch, no, 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 no. See, now she's twisting, you now twisting it yet again. What does you coming to me and we having a motherfucking healthy, mature conversation and you're expressing this to me? Oh, mom, I'm feeling this way. I'm feeling this way. And we go through the walks of therapy. We go through the journey. We go through all this. And I'm saying, well, hey, what is the downside of this person? What is the downside of my child not doing this? And I want to wait till he become a legal age, and I don't want to be in the driver's seat. It takes us back to the driver's seat, sweetie, of me not wanting to make the decision for you, me not wanting to sign away you doing X, Y, and Z for reasons that I necessarily don't want to be a cause of. That still has no bearing on the parent because you feel this way and because you took this course. Oh, now you are, God forbid, you've committed suicide or you did anything. It's still from what I wanted to do because I still was objective to it. I still wouldn't want to be in the driver's seat. You're now like literally taking what I said. Well, I'm not saying I don't accept you and what you truly feel. It's just that I'm objective to it. I don't have to. Um, I don't have to conform to what your thought process is on wanting to be a trans or wanting to do. I still want you to be able to have these feelings, to be have these healthy conversations. Absolutely. But my stance hasn't changed. Why does my stance have to depict on me being a parent and now being what you saying of I'm now I should feel away because you hurt yourself. It still doesn't correlate with me. I still don't get the correlation. As parents, you make decisions that are not always best. You're not understanding that part. I say you're still not making whatever. I don't give a fuck what word I'm using. I'm drinking, so I'm not girl. Y'all get it. But what I'm saying is that I still don't agree with what you're saying. If that doesn't make sense, I don't get it. Like if it doesn't make sense, it still just doesn't make sense. Girl, no one's saying that this is the best parent. Okay? Sometimes parents make decisions that are not the best. But at the moment, what I choose to do is you being under my umbrella, I made the best decision. And that's all you could deal with until you're of age where you can make the best decision. So it's not, girl, you lose this case every time, every step of the way. You can have the healthy conversation with me. I can talk to the doctors. I can talk to this person, but I disagree still. Bitch, that does not conform to, oh, I don't love my child. I just don't see if I don't want to. No, you're still under my umbrella. You're still under minor. I still made the decision. Period. Case closed. 18, your decision. Period. Don't give a fuck. So you're not making sense of it. It still doesn't make sense. If you go harm yourself, it has nothing bearing on me because I made the decision what I thought was best.
Okay, and I get that,
Okay,
but
so I
I
was
think
right.
also this was made this, and I'm gonna be quick because I don't want to. I want to let other people talk. But my point that I'm making, and someone put this perfectly before, you make decisions with your kid, not for your kid.
No, you don't make this.
No, and it
No,
is
bitch.
true
Let me
because
meet
this
you.
is and this is
Let me
a
meet you,
terrible
girl.
issue of
Let me
Black
meet you.
families
Let me
and
meet
Black
you.
parents.
Bitch, excuse your motherfucking self. No, the fuck you don't, bitch. Bitch, did you make the decision to pay this motherfucking gas and electricity? You bitch. Did you make this motherfucking decision to pay this mortgage? You bitch. Did you make this motherfucking decision to pay this cable bill? You bitch. No, bitch. You ain't making no
Exactly.
motherfucking. Shut the fuck up, punk, and go in that motherfucking room and do some motherfucking coloring. You ain't talking about, oh, we making decisions together. Bitch, no, we do not. You don't.
Exactly.
Bitch, are you crazy? Shut your bitch ass up. Girl, you need to girl, I don't know where the fuck you was raised, bitch. We ain't making no decisions together. Girl, you're fucking crazy. What are you talking about? We making some decisions together. No, you're not. We're not. Bitch,
Yep.
what I say go. What you say is no. Girl, what are you crazy? Do as I say, not as I do. Are you not understanding that?
And Dre, please let me talk. My point is actually, you're asking like how I was raised and all that. I was actually raised from the same point. I was raised with parents who had the same mentality of I make the decisions
But
and you
why is it
follow.
this you're making
But
this out to be something
let me
of a
finish. Let
okay.
me finish, right?
Go ahead.
I was raised from that same perspective, but it's funny because now I'm actually a teacher at a school. And the thing that I've realized is that when you have conversations with your kids are still people. You still have to consider them in their in decisions about them. This is something that all people want as kids. It's just something that we are told as kids
What
by
you
a lot of
want is
our
not
parents.
necessarily what you need. You can
And I
say
agree
things.
with
You
that.
can say,
But
"I want
also,
to, baby." Listen, you're not letting kids be kids. You want kids to be at the adult table, baby, and that's not
no,
fair.
but
Thank you.
parents, and
Hold
the thing
on,
is,
hold
parents feel
on,
like they
hold
can't.
on. Let me talk.
Go
You
ahead,
want
Trey.
kids to be at the adult table with you, baby, and that's not how it's supposed to go. You want your kids to be in the motherfucking talks of everything. No, sometimes kids don't need to know what's going on. Sometimes kids
But you,
not supposed to know what's going on. Sometimes
but you
kids,
can
you're not
make
supposed to have those certain talks with kids, okay? And
no, you
you feel
can
like
make
they're at
space
an
for a kid.
age. And I feel like
But you
this
can make
type of
space, and
hold
let me just
on.
say,
I feel like this
okay,
type
okay.
of conversation is at an age of 18 above when you're not under my roof and I get to make them. We're not
And
saying,
I
do I want
agree,
to take
Dre.
algebra or geometry? Mom, do I want to be in motherfucking music or do I want to be in basketball?
No,
Mom,
and I
should I
think
be in
honestly,
football
and I
and
think the
soccer?
issue is
Those
that
are
uh,
decisions you talk amongst. Those are
adults
the
think
table
that in order
conversations
to.
you have.
So can I talk? Will I talk?
Not,
Can I
mommy, do
talk?
I want a dick or a pussy?
Because you can have there are ways to create space at that quote unquote table for children without
And not in
having to
my
put them
opinion.
at the same space as an adult. Children, it's a children's table, but the seat can be moved to the adult table. It's still a children's chair, but they can have a space at the adult table.
But
You
it's
just
not.
include
I'm
them in the
41 and you
conversation
14.
about
Bitch,
themselves
hold
because
on.
they
Let
are
me meet you, boo.
adults, and
Hold
that
on.
is from a
Girl, hold
space of
on.
trauma to believe that
Hold
you
on.
can't.
Hold on. Hold on. Bitch, I'm 41 and you 14. Why the fuck would I be having any type of substance conversation about anything other than what the fuck I think you should be privy to or what I think you should be understanding to? I'm not going to sit here and go through life's hard journeys with you. I'm going to meet you where you're at 14. You're 14, bitch. I'm not gonna be having no conversations with you where I know your caliber of thinking might be off. Now we can have a conversation of substance, but I feel like certain things are off topics to talk about because your mind or your life journeys haven't correlated with the fuck I'm talking about. Bitch, what are you talking about? That doesn't make sense in my opinion. Now we're not talking for every kid, but we talk about the gist of children, the overwhelming of the just girl, bitch, girl. If you don't get what the fuck I'm saying, you don't get what the fuck I'm saying. Bitch, we're not having the same type of conversations. Why would we? And especially about transitioning. Hell no, we not. Bitch, that sounds crazy to me. Bitch, I'm telling you, you have come to me with this decision. We've had a healthy dialogue because this is your feelings. This is the feelings about your mental. Those are conversations I think should be important. Yes. But if I say I don't agree with that, you have to accept that. And if I say this is something that I feel
Exactly.
like you should do at 18, 19, 20, 21 plus, you have to respect that. So if you're going anywhere out that purview and you're not understanding it, then that's another conversation. But that's just it is what it is, babe. So you have to just move on.
I can listen, so you don't have to keep muting that. I might just listening. But my point is, a kid they can accept that because you are the parent, and they have no
They
choice but
don't.
to
No, they
accept it.
don't. Children do
What do you
not.
mean?
Hold on.
I said accept
Hold
it.
on. Hold on. You saying they can accept that? Oftentimes children don't. Oftentimes
I know, and I'm saying,
hold
yeah.
on,
Go ahead.
hold on,
Go ahead.
hold on. Oftentimes, children are rebellious to what you tell them of the opposition. Children are definitely opposed to it. Children want their way, and that's why they are children because that is normal. That's why
That's what I'm
children
saying.
are
They
so
accept
hold
it.
on. That's why you're the adult to make the decision, because they're going to disagree with you because they want that. They want to be spiteful. They want to be rebellious. They don't want to understand because they haven't walked through your journey. They haven't walked through life. They don't understand what you're saying. Well, Mom, why can't I do this? Because I've done it and I'm teaching you from experience. You're usually talking from an experience standpoint. You usually talking
But
from a generational standpoint. Let me finish. You usually
and they're
talking
also
from
talking from a traumatized standpoint.
experience. Now, we having this
Traumatized.
conversation about transition, and I'm
Traumatized.
experience.
How is it traumatizing though?
It
How
is
Hold
is it
out,
because we're all
traumatizing?
traumatized,
hold
and
out,
parents
hold
aren't
How?
just
hold
traumatized
out,
people. We're
hold
all just
out,
grown
hold out.
traumatized
Let me meet.
children
Hold
at the
out,
real
hold
in
out. Let me
reality.
mute her. Let me meet y'all. Let me meet you. Boo. You talking about something that I'm not necessarily privy to. Do you understand what I'm saying? If I'm not trans and I'm not privy to that information because I never walked through that life, let me table this conversation, baby. I don't understand this. I've read the books and I'm just not understanding and I don't agree with this. So let you turn 18. Well, I want you to make this decision. Do you get what I'm saying? But I'm going to teach you about an APR. I'm going to teach you about a mortgage. I'm going to teach you about first home owners. I'm going to teach you how to rent. I'm going to teach you how to buy. I'm going to teach you about making this decision. I'm going to teach you about a condom. I'm going to teach you about the bees and shit. I'm going to teach you about that. But this situation, I don't have necessarily the context clues to grasp it. And I've done my research. But let's look. I'm going to take being so I'm in this driver's seat right now, I'm going to table this conversation to your turn 18. And you can give me all the information. And you can tell me your walks. And you can help me. But until you're under my umbrella and I don't have the context clues and I don't have it and I just don't understand it, I don't want to have it. And that's fair. So how are you making it seem like it's traumatizing? No, bitch, I don't come from that walk of life. So why are you under my umbrella and I don't necessarily understand it and I'm in this driver's seat and I don't want to make a decision that's life altering for you? You have to accept that. And if you don't understand that because you're just not in your household, you're in mine's. Difference. Bitch, I don't understand how y'all not getting that part. It's not traumatizing. It's not nothing that she's. I'm talking about her talking about, oh, it's traumatizing. You have to have these calls. No.
No, Dre, I was saying that we all speak, and this is including me, we all speak from places of trauma because we have all been traumatized as
But
children.
how is that
My point, how
traumatizing as the parent?
We all have not been traumatized as
But
we
how is
all
children.
it
have.
I don't
You
know
think
why
you're
you
traumatizing?
keep
walking through
saying
this life
that.
without
I don't.
trauma?
I'm not
You're
saying
a
I'm
wonderful
above
It's
person
any of
if
not
you
that.
are.
traumatizing. How is that? I'm
You
not
Do you
even
know
are.
what
defending
traumatizing
trauma.
means? Like
I know very
really?
well what trauma is. Trauma is when you have parents who have been in their childhood put
Uh
down
huh.
for their thoughts, put down for their opinions, who have
Hold
been
on,
no,
hold
let
on,
me
hold
go.
So
Let me
is
on,
talk.
that
I've let you
hold
talk
everybody
this
on,
whole
though?
hold
time. It's
on,
not
Is that
everybody. Let
everyone?
me talk. Can I talk?
hold on. Now you trying to switch the course. You now she trying to switch the course. We're not talking about that, baby. We're not, girl. Y'all are switching this topic so many different motherfucking ways. Y'all are switching it every chance y'all get. We are not talking. And then she's talking about some. Oh, because you as a parent, you went through this walk of life, and you necessarily, and then you trying to. She basically trying to say what we trying to put on a child. That's not this conversation, though. That's not what we're talking about. We simply talking about a parent not allowing that child to transition. We're not talking about the trauma of the parent. The trauma of the parent has no bearing on what I'm talking about, sweetie. I think you're talking about something totally different. Okay, that's totally different. So let's not try to. I don't want you escape and change the course. So you won't like you know what I mean. You trying to throw in nothing different stuff that we're not necessarily talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so to the point of their child, of the parent not letting their child transition, that's the point we on. I'm speaking that a parent who is not allowing for their child to transition, in my opinion, because transitioning, I need us to clarify that it's not medical transitioning. You, like this person said before, you cannot have a child medically, for the most part. There are anomalies, but you cannot have a child medically transition as a minor. That does not happen. You have to
That's
be
not
above the age of
true.
18. I'm
You
saying,
wrong.
okay, okay, so I don't want to go back down that part because that's not the point I'm talking about. But I'm just saying, outside of that, I'm talking about as so far as a parent allowing their child to socially transition, as in respecting their child's pronouns if they come to them and say, I feel this way, I want to be addressed in this way, I want to dress this way. That is something you can do, it don't cost you nothing. You just respect them. So, as so far as doing that, if you are not willing to allow your child that space and you are not willing to allow your child that much dignity and respect
I
to do
still could
that
take
for
it back to
them,
transitioning, girl. I still could take it back to that. I don't want to buy you a tutu, and then next week I'm buying you
right? And then
set
that's
of
your
keys.
opinion, but
Okay.
Hold on,
right,
hold
and
on,
that's how
hold
you
on, hold
don't mute me
on,
out. I'm a
hold
listen.
on, hold on. I don't want to buy you a tutu next week and then buy you a set of cleats next. I don't want to buy you a motherfucking a bra and next thing I'm buying you boxes. No, I feel like at that age, I feel like it's the parent's discretion. It's up to the parent. That does not scream negligence. That does not scream any of that. No court will uphold that. It's not. It's the parent's discretion. That is simple. It's simple. And you talking about at least let me wear. Oh, mommy, you don't want me to take most? Can I wear your bra and your thong, though? Well, son, mommy, can I put on next? Oh, mommy, can I put on your high heels too? Son, well, mom, I want your wig next. Okay, well, son, mommy, now can I wear your lip gloss and your lipstick? Now, son, can I put these hormones in my body? You get the course at hand. What I'm saying, I think what I said is the best decision is wait for the child to turn 18, and that's the
Okay, and so can I ask you what in your opinion is wrong? Like, just from your complete opinion, what's wrong with allowing your child to express themselves in that way?
and
To
what's
allow
wrong
your
with the
child if
parent
they
not
want to.
wanting you to?
Okay, because I have my opinion why I don't think it's right for a parent
Okay, go ahead.
to. And I've said this before. I think that it comes from a place of a parent having their own it is or is not right for a
Mm-hmm.
boy or a girl to be able to express themselves outside of their assigned gender.
Mm-hmm.
That is not the case for all parents because obviously there are
Mm-hmm.
parents who do allow their
No,
kids
let's
to
speak on
express
course
what they
and
want.
the parent
But
are.
right, but I believe it just comes from the place of this parent is someone who, when they were growing up, they had learned the lessons that they learned about boys do this, girls do this, and they stuck strong to it. I don't think that's personally. I don't think that's right because we all are so much more than just a boy and just a girl. Those are social terms that have been made, social constructs. We know that. But in my opinion, that's why I'm like, to me,
Okay,
that's
so what
not
about this
right.
parent? What
But
about this parent? Hold on, let me speak because you spoke about that parent. Let me speak about this parent.
mhm.
What about a parent that's sheltering their child? What about that parent that want their child to form decisions that they think they necessarily are equipped with in their mental? What about that parent? What about that parent that feel like, well, child, I want you to go to school. I want you to be the very best. I want you to focus on school. I want you to focus on what you got going on. I don't want you to want to see you in these umbrellas, and not at least under my roof. But until you turn 18, and I'm definitely down to have healthy conversations with you, therapy, understanding. But I'm just not agreeing with it. Is that parent okay too?
I think that I understand where that parent is coming from, but I also think that parent is limiting their child in the sense of your child can do multiple things at once. Your child can have multiple experiences at
So what
once.
does
Your
it say
child
about
can
that
be
child?
an incredible.
What does it say about that parent though? No.
To me, like I was saying, I think it's a parent who does not understand the possibility of their child being able to be an incredible scholar, a talent artistically, and
And no
also
one is
someone
saying
who
they can't
expresses
be. No
themselves.
one's saying they can't
I know, and
be.
I'm also getting to your point. And someone who also can express themselves outside of just being a girl if they're or a boy, a girl if they're a boy or a boy if they're a girl. Someone who can also do all of that at once. Because as far as I'm concerned, if you can have all those conversations about the scholarly
That's
and
not
the
the
learning
score.
how to change attire and the arts, you can also have a conversation about gender, and you can also have a conversation because we're getting to a point in our society where that's a conversation
But
anyways. You
why
see that on
does
social media
conversations have to become reality?
because the conversations are already reality. We live in reality. The conversations come from reality. So
But
Does
it
that
doesn't
mean
have to
then
be
that
something
everyone
I
has
support.
you don't have to
exactly?
support it, but I feel that if you don't support it, and again, it's just my opinion, then you aren't doing your child a good service because
Well,
the
that's your
child's going to get
opinion.
out in the
Then that's
world.
your
Right, it's
motherfucking
That's
my
your
opinion.
opinion.
And
opinion,
I
And
didn't
I think
exactly.
fucking
ultimately,
and
and
that's
I'll
your
say this,
motherfucking
Trey, and then
opinion.
I'll
Yes.
drop
I didn't
down.
fucking agree.
Yeah, and Trey, I don't want it to become something where it feels like we're fighting because it's just healthy
Well,
conversation.
I'm
But
just
it is
telling
just
you,
my
I
yeah, it's just
fucking
my
agree.
opinion, and I respect your opinion too. Like I said, I think we all just come from places of trauma. Even though I think this way about things, there are other things I'm sure I'm bigoted on too. So, I'm just glad that we are having the conversation. I do just think that we should all just do more Google searches. We should all talk to more of our trans friends. If you don't have trans friends, look up trans videos. And this might
Oh,
seem like
girl.
whatever, but I'm serious because to be on here on live talking to 3.8K people and to be talking the way that you and some of the other people who come up here are talking, I don't think it's responsible. I think it's real
Okay.
ignorant. But that's my opinion too. So
Okay.
I do still find you so entertaining. I
Well, there's
appreciate
a
you,
lot of
Dre, and I
black
will
mothers out
continue.
there that disagree.
Yeah, and I'll continue to gift you and all that because you are funny when you're funny.
Oh,
But
baby, this ain't about no
um,
gift. I don't
No,
know.
I'm just saying that. That's just me saying that as a way of saying I will still support you because I think you have great opinions on other things and you're entertaining and all that amongst other things. So I appreciate just talking to you, Dre. It's no
Okay.
hard feelings.
All
All
right.
right, bye.
Okay, and before I drop, let me just say this. If a bitch laid down in the bed and walked 9 months to have your ass, you cannot tell her what to do and how to go about anything. She runs the
Okay.
household. The dad runs the household. Whatever they say goes. And that's what's wrong with you kids and you youngins. Y'all don't understand that? We didn't grow up in households where we ran the house
They
and
want
we
to run the
told our
house.
parents what
They
we
want to be.
wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the hell is going on?
Hello.
But I'm
Hey
about to go.
Dre. Hey P. Um, so in a perfect world, yeah, we could let our children express their their gender, what they want to do, if it was a perfect world. However, this is not a perfect world. I am not gonna let my child go out and express their gender because it's not safe. Especially my underage child.
It's
You
not
you
safe.
can't do it.
Not safe.
It's not safe. Though they are not going to protect my child, even though they say,
Let your
"Oh, we're going
child
to
be
protect
this.
them
Let
while
your
we're in
child wear the
school.
wig.
Let
Let
them
your
be
child
this."
go in
But
that girl's bathroom.
right,
Let your child
they're
do all
not
that.
going to protect my child.
They
They're
not.
not going to
And
protect
they
my
forgetting
child
that
from these
part.
other hateful people.
They forget that
There's
part. They
right,
forget that
and
part.
I'm saying this from I have a niece that transitioned very early. I can send you a picture of her in your IG so you can see her. She's very beautiful. She transitioned at 18. We did not stop her from expressing herself, but it was to the point to where she was protected. You get what I'm saying? It's
Exactly.
not something, and it's not hiding them in the closet. It's protecting my child,
Mm-hmm. It's
and
not.
that's what we're here to
And I
do.
think that's what people saying. Like, oh, your child's always going to need protection. But on top of being black, on top of now being trans, is a double-edged sword. You and
Right,
on thirdly being a child at that. So it's literally like you're gonna be fighting all types of odds that are against you. And no one's saying a parent's job is easy, but god damn it, I'm making this decision as one. And I'm telling you, baby, I love you down, I support you whenever, but under my umbrella, this
but
is my
this is
decision.
not the time. This is
The
not the
time is
time.
when you wanted to do it, when you are at that
Right.
age, and that's
And when
fine.
we have those conversations, you can't sit down and tell a 5-year-old that feels like he was born a boy, but he wants to be a little girl. You can't explain that. They already have things going on in their brain besides just gender assignment. You get what I'm saying? Like
I agree.
you have to be able to protect your children. And that's what we're here for as parents, as grandparents, as aunties and uncles. You have to protect your child. And it's just not right to put that on an adolescent to say, okay, we're going to do this and we're going to go out, we're going to let you do this. And then you're at home, you're at work, you leave your child with these people. What happens? What happens? We don't know what happens. And then they come home and they tell us, oh, I'm getting picked on. But I'm sending you to school to be protected by these people. But guess what? You're still getting picked on by other people whose children don't understand.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So that's all I'm saying. Protect your child. Once they get of age, you guys can have those conversations and support your child.
Yep. There.
I just want to say, hey everybody. I want to say there's a difference between agreeing and supporting. A lot of people are coming up here saying, "Oh, because I don't support my child, I don't love them," or because I don't agree with my child, I don't love them. You guys cannot combine the two. Whatever I agree with, like if I don't agree with you being gay, that is my opinion. It's the difference between me agreeing with you being gay and supporting you being gay. I don't necessarily have to, okay, because you're gay, I'm not going to take care of you or you got to get out of my house. I'm going to agree with how you want to feel and I'm going to agree with how you are, coming out, you're coming to me, you're talking to me, you're doing all of that stuff, but I don't have to support that. I don't have to support your transition. I don't have to do any of that. You feel what I'm
Wow,
saying?
that's real. That's
And,
real. Wow.
and a lot of people are coming up here and they're speaking from an LGBTQ standpoint. You know what I'm saying? I like how you're not biased and you're speaking from a parent's standpoint because, like you said, just as well as you're going through this transition, I'm going through it too. You feel me? I have to deal with the backlash of what society is going to give you whenever you're in school or whenever the public is at your neck. I have to deal with that. You're not strong enough to deal with that. Although you are strong enough to quote unquote make your own decisions, you're not strong enough to deal with that. As my child, that is my responsibility to deal with that. So now I'm going through the trauma that you're going through as well. And people
But
are making
somebody said, hold on, somebody in the comment said, so hold on, somebody in the comment said, hold on, let me damn, why have kids if your love has conditions? Girl, are you seriously, is that a serious question? What does me not supporting my child has to do with love? I love my
exactly,
child. Why I don't have to support what this is? How does that correlate?
exactly.
That's not my conditional love. Love is sometimes okay, okay, okay. So now it's because I don't support this. I love them less.
They
Because they
said love
loved you before they did that. So how does that?
love has nothing to do with it though. Love is a feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Let me
Love
say
has
this real
nothing
quick.
to
Let me
do
say
with
this real quick.
any of what y'all talking about.
I feel like we're getting. I feel like we're getting away from being parents. I feel like that's the problem. Y'all trying to be friends with these kids when y'all should be grabbing that motherfucking belt. When y'all should be grabbing that motherfucking switch, that extension cord, that chancla. That's that's what you should be grabbing. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm trolling. But honestly, no, no, no. I do feel like let me play devil's advocate because I do feel like from a standpoint of being in the LGBT community, if we were to, because even as growing up, my mom and my parents, told me, oh, that's just a phase. Oh, the other grow out of it, and as us being now the people who are going to be parents, like who are we to then tell our child who are now saying that they want to be trans or they want to be a part of, you know what I'm saying? We kind of sound like our parents at this point. We kind of sound like the people saying that they thought we were a phase when I knew from before I even knew that these feelings were there was this world that had given it a name. I knew that I was gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know a word for it, but I knew what I felt. So it was one of
Is it
those things like, you know what I'm saying? Like I personally will feel bad then trying to tell my child demeaning their feelings when, that was done to me before my
can
parents
I
and I had the acceptance that they did. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm
can I
saying.
ask you something? Is it my fault for protecting your parent for protecting your feelings as a young adult? So is it my fault that I didn't want you to I wanted to give you another outlook on life before you
It's
made that
not
decision?
it's not your fault because like we all have heard, there's somebody that had got up here and said that they let their child go along with it and they transitioned and then they got older and said that they didn't want, you know what I'm saying? And then I heard some people in the comments saying, well, that's their story, that's their story. No, that has happened to a lot of people before. So just like the opposite side of the spectrum, there's no one way to say that this way of parenting is 100% correct, and my child will never do anything wrong, and they're going to turn out perfect if I do it this way. There's no way to say that. So it's kind of just like you, as a
Somebody
parent, you
said
don't
saying
fucking
no
know.
isn't a condition; it's love, right?
Like
I said
as a
no, my
parent, you
love.
don't know.
Hold on, because I said no, my love is less unconditional. Girl, bye. Y'all get out here with that motherfucking boohoo
And
bullshit.
I used to think, and I used to think that too. I used to think that too. That by somebody saying that they don't necessarily agree with everything that it goes against, and oh, that means that now that your love is conditional and your love is supposed to be unconditional. So how could you ever say this to me? And
Right.
and it doesn't as a child that makes sense. As you get older, that doesn't necessarily correlate because your parents
Hold
still
on. She
love
said,
you.
hold on. Hold on. How is protecting your child if you saying no? Bitch, let me tell you about all the different hurts. Love hurt. Your child is going to go through a motherfucking heartbreak and want to be with a boy. You say no to that. So is your love unconditional? Stop trying to
Right.
focal point
Exactly.
this motherfucking certain topic to a many of no's that you might have to your motherfucking child. That does not take
So
away anything. Oh, I want to
Right.
go hang with this group of friends. No. So now I love you less. Oh,
Now I
girl,
love you
I'm so
less.
hurt. I'm so
Right.
all the heartache and heartbreaks will go through childhood. It's going to go through children. It's going to go through them up until they're grown. That does not necessarily
But you know what
define the
but you know what
unconditional love
disconnect
that you
comes
may
in, Dre?
have.
The disconnect comes in is because they feel like this is the most, like if there was anything that I would
But the
ever want
agony,
you to
because all
accept,
they
it
said
would
it's not
be
the same.
this.
The agony is
So
the same. Y'all always say it's not the same, but how are you telling this child feeling. You have to think about the feeling that this child is going through. People love crazy. You see my
Mm-hmm.
fat ass at 30 loving crazy people, they're gonna go through this shit. No, and stop
Great,
saying it's different. Fuck all that bullshit y'all talking about. It's not different. You're going to have to have
great.
uncomfortable conversations with no, I
Mm-hmm.
don't agree. Period.
Hold on,
Stop.
great.
Y'all
I
just
see
trying to, y'all
in the
just doing too
comments.
much.
A lot of people in the comments saying it's not your life. It's not your life. It's your kid's life. Can we speak on that? They're consistently saying that it's not my life. It's my kid's life. But like I said, until my child turns 18 and is able to make the decisions on their own, as long as I am sheltering you, you have to abide by my rules. And that's
Your
even
life
when
is
you're
in
grown.
my hands, literally.
That part, even when you're grown, when you're under somebody else's household, you still have to abide by their rules. So what is the difference between now and then? If you're in my household, you're gonna abide by my rules. If I say no, you're not coming in my house like that, that doesn't mean I don't love you less. That just means I don't agree
And
with
this
it.
is not what I tolerate. I mean,
Wake it up. Like y'all are so one track minded about this.
Let me let a few more
Like
and
people
I grew up
y'all
in a 2 parent household, so I definitely like my parents were, initially like that at first. So it took them a minute to kind of get on board.
come
But
around.
initially, my mom was like that.
And
Like
time
she
is okay,
wasn't.
but
It
why are we
wasn't a
putting a
thing of you could
motherfucking
do
limit?
what you want to do, but not in my
But people,
house.
yeah, right.
Like
Why are we
that
putting a
was.
limit on? I'm buzzed like a bitch. But why are we making out these parents have to
I
be
am too.
perfect? Stop speaking from a perfect parent perspective of them not knowing or them not agreeing. It's perfect. Leave them line, they might come around. But stop motherfucking like doing that. Okay,
That's
and I
all I
just
wanted
want
to
to say
let
say.
me move on from y'all. I'm gonna bring up two because we had to take this conversation. I love this healthy conversation, you guys. We are agreeing to disagree. It is healthy. I got a little heated. Some people in the comments got a little heated. This is a heated the topic, but like it is a healthy conversation to have. What do you mean, bitch? I'm just a little passionate.
Hey, what's up, Dre?
Hey, Bo.
All right, so this how I feel about it. I feel like you got a lot of people in the comments trying to push a different agenda because of the way you want to raise your child means that you love them any less. Like, check this out. Just because my parents make a decision for me while I'm under their roof and they don't necessarily agree with what I want to do doesn't mean they love me any less. They're going to support me. They just not agreeing with the decision I want to make. So as a child, a lot of us be getting mad about the shit in the moment because they not letting us do what they want to do. But once I got older, I understood why my parents made certain decisions and I love them more for that. We're not going to see eye to eye at the moment that I want to do what I want to do, but as I got older, I understood that this is what you felt like was best for me at the time, and you can't do nothing but respect it. You know how many people wish they would have had somebody to talk some sense into them when they was making this life changing decision? You got a lot of people that make decisions that they regret, but they didn't have nobody to be the force of reason or somebody who really wanted to be the parent instead of their friend.
And guys, and that's what I'm saying.
Like,
Why are we making it out to be this perfect parent? Could the parent have made a mistake? Absolutely. God forbid the child committed suicide. And then the parent living all with this
yeah,
anguish and anxiety of, oh my God, I should have told them this. And I feel like that has no bearing on the parent because the parent made the decision and what they thought was right. So I think that's
like
what we.
you said, yeah, like you said, at the end of the day, while I'm under your roof, your job is to make sure you do what's best for me, however that looks to you. Everybody is in the comments disagreeing with your opinion. Understand an opinion is just that. How you raise your
Opinion
child
is
is how
an
you raise your
asshole.
child.
Opinion is like an asshole. We all have.
Yeah. But just because we don't have the same opinion, don't mean I'm a bad person or I'm going to be less of a parent or a bad parent at the end of the
Exactly.
day. And I wish they start pushing that fucking agenda. What you make, with the type of decisions you make for your child and your household is your decision. And what I want to do with my child is mine. That doesn't mean I love my child any less. I support my child any less just because I'm not behind them on one thing they choose to do. They're going to
But
love me
I'm loving
for it.
them financially. I'm supporting them. I'm telling you, I love you, baby. I want you to be the very best. But I don't understand this. It's hard to hear this, but I would prefer me not having to make that decision as a child. I want you to be an adult. Those are the
Real
hard
talk.
conversations to have. And it's okay if
No
your parent
shade
decides
sauce.
to do that or not to do it. I just think that it's something to be tabled at when you turn 18, when you're able to make these life journey decisions.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
So I just wanted to say that I'm gonna be real. I agree with the parent thing. After I push out a motherfucker out of my pussy, they're gonna do what I say. I nearly almost fucking died. There's no reason for me to go along with a child who's only been on the earth and only been able to talk for more than what, 5 years. They just started being able to speak, babes. They just started being able to know what they like. They change what they like every year as they get older. So I feel like as my job as the parent, I'm supposed to protect, provide,
Facts.
shield, make sure that you're good. When you're looking at the whole changing of the sex thing, I feel like it's going straight to the fact that I have to think about, okay, how is your mental going to happen? Like, what's going to happen mentally with you? Are you about to go through a mental breakdown? Are you about to sit here and literally want to kill yourself simply because you did this too soon? You did this out of seeing somebody else do it and seeing some other parent be okay with it, but now you're not happy. You're just going along with what you see. And I feel like, yes, you should wait until you actually have a clear conscience and you know exactly what you want. 18 is still not old enough, but hey, you're grown enough legally in all states to do what you want to do. But in the same sense, I feel like the human brain does not fully function until fully develop until 25. So for anybody to sit here and be like, I know what I want, younger than that, your mind is probably going to change. Yes, you're set on it. You're set on what you want. But in general, a lot of people change their minds. You're not sitting here speaking on the fact that a lot of trans people change their minds. You're not speaking on the fact that a lot of things go wrong in surgery. You're not speaking on the effects of hormones and the effects of how that affects the body as a child. We're already going through puberty. So if you're stopping that, how is that affecting my child? Is that going to make her have an extra toe? Is that going to make her think differently? We do not know because every child is different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what's best for mine. And that's all. That's all I want to say.
Oh.
Period. I agree.
Well,
I saw.
thank you, babe. Let me follow you, Mr. Stuck. I just followed you, by the way, babe.
All right. All right. Good night, baby. Keep
Sit
doing your big
down.
one. All right.
All right, babe. Okay,
All
y'all, we're gonna table this. It got heated in here, y'all. It got really heated. This lasted for a few hours. So, I think that
Hey, your ass don't even go live.
Who it is?
Nigga say good night, yet I'll see you again.
Look at that.
Yo, see you again. Back on
Sister, what she look?
around. Thought it was Thursday. I don't know how.
Girl, it's the win for me.
Sister.
Man, I told, man, no, for real. Hey, say not the way you stop this doctor. What the fuck?
You
Damn,
need
y'all
to take that
little bitch
shit
from
the fuck
Wichita,
off.
bro. That shit funny as
girl,
hell.
Miss Mother, oh, you don't play like that. Hold on, no, nigga, you don't even play like that, girl. You know we don't even play like that.
We don't, that shit crazy. No, that shit
So
funny.
Cause Mother, go, you a fan of mine, so girl, stop trying to get cute.
I'm not no
Girl,
fan
who's
of
a
you,
fan of
girl.
you, girl?
Oh,
They
that
don't
Dre,
even, we
baby.
don't even
Hey,
know
Dre.
you.
Nobody's a
I'll let
fan
y'all
of
shit on Dre.
you.
That's my buddy. I fuck with Dre. Dre funny, y'all.
Well, you might
Oh, she
want to
trying
get
to put
your,
the
you
Oh
headphones
well,
in,
fuck it.
y'all.
Y'all
She
might
free.
want
putting
to
the
get your buddy,
headphones in.
cause that weird ain't
She
it.
putting the headphones.
Shamar, your mouth, body, soul, spirit ain't that bitch, but you still walking
Aww,
halfway.
aww. It's so
Oh,
spirit. It's
now,
so
bitch,
spirit without knock that
girl,
wig
Walking to the
off.
left. Girl, you walking to the
you
left.
sold your life
That
for
Shut
like
your
some of that
motherfucking
$40 a
head
crippled
bump.
night.
ass up, bitch. You walking like a seesaw. So bitch, don't tell me what the fuck look right, ain't
I'm
right,
walking like a
bitch. When you ain't
seesaw.
thinking right, seeing right,
I'm walking
bitch,
like
your
a
eyes is going to
seesaw.
the left and to the motherfucking right, along with your shoulders, bitch. So don't
Sister, put
and
in the
along with your
headphones.
mouth, punk, bitch. That's what's going on with you, Miss
Hold
Shamar.
on, my
So
phone on
I
charger.
don't give a fuck what your
I
phone on.
take
Your
my phone
body
out the
on
charger.
zero, bitch.
Girl, shut the fuck
Oh,
up.
Mother go,
And
girl,
take
you
that
got your
nappy
ass
ass
whipped, so
wig
you
off,
should be
bitch.
shutting the fuck up.
That
You need to
fake
get in the
ass
boxing
wig.
okay,
ring,
here she
bitch.
go with
That
So
the
don't say
fake
shit
lies.
to
ass
me,
wig. Shut
bitch.
up, hoe.
Here
Okay,
she,
ho. The fuck is you
Dre,
talking about? And Miss Jamal, look at your hair,
Dre,
Girl,
bitch.
you ain't reading
Look at your
shit.
motherfucking hair, bitch. Look at your hair.
What?
Can we see your hair?
What about my hair?
Dre.
Let's see it. You said your hair looks so good. You said that wig ain't it. Let's see your hair. Bitch, matter of fact, let's see your mouth.
Yeah, your
Bitch,
wig
matter of fact,
ain't
let's
it.
see
Dre,
your
I know
shoulders.
damn well they
That
said
bitch
Bitch,
I
fake
let's
as
see
didn't
your
fix
fuck.
your
eyes.
ball,
Girl,
but
what the
you
fuck is you
do
talking about?
too. So we
Don't
both
say
need to
shit to me,
line it up, bitch,
bitch.
because we both, girl. You
Girl,
ain't
I
no
know your
small
big
girl.
fat
Your
Okay,
ass
I
and
ass
didn't
wide
come up
low
here
looking
saying
ass ain't
shit about
motherfucking
none of
talking,
y'all.
bitch.
Y'all girls straight jumped on my box talking about some um oh her head ain't it.
No man,
Girl,
we ain't
Shamal, look
jumped in your box.
that's
You
why you
jumped
won't
in
show
our
your
box,
face,
bitch.
Shamal. Show your face.
We ain't jumped in your
Show
box,
your
bitch. You jumped in
face.
our box.
Shamal, show your face.
You jumped in our
Show
box.
your
What are
face
you
right
talking about?
now. Can you show your
You
face? I
sound
bet you
stupid,
won't.
bitch.
I bet you
We
won't.
don't jump on your
Yeah, I
shit. We
bet
don't
you
know
won't
you,
show us your
hoe.
face,
Who are
bitch.
you, bitch?
I
You
want and who
irrelevant,
the fuck
hoe.
is you, bitch? Twister.
I mean, you look
Who you
me up.
talking about?
Oh, look at
Look me
you.
up. You'll see who the fuck I am, bitch.
Look at you.
Who you talking about?
Who you talking about? I'm talking about Babs, bitch. And neither one of y'all playing Holly Berry.
Girl,
Girl, I know you ain't
let me tell
motherfucking
you.
talking.
Oh, you're my fucking car.
Let me look at this bitch.
First time I ever sitting quiet.
Hold on.
This
Damn.
bitch.
Y'all
Hold
got
on,
your
bitch.
Am I
headphones?
in DEC? Like, what is this? The special ed?
Uh.
What's going on here?
Are you special ed?
Y'all ain't
Hold on,
speaking.
bitch. Ain't shit special over here, bitch. We fast,
Okay.
bitch. That's one thing about it. Two things for
I
sure,
didn't
bitch.
say that,
Y'all can't
goddamn.
call none of us slow, bitch, cause we
Hey,
fast
Miss
over here,
Shamar,
bitch.
you
So you
talking
better peep
about,
that
girl, don't
shit.
nobody know you? Bitch, they know you of your disability, bitch. They know of your lean and shoulder. They know you from being dumb.
And Dre,
They
they
know
know
you
you
from
for
being
sucking dick for
dumb.
$40
They know
a
from you
night
from being
in a fucking
Oh,
car,
hard,
that's
bitch.
bitch.
That's what
They
they
know
know
from
you
your
sucking
for.
dick
motherfucking
for
mouth look like an
$40 a
episode of
car.
motherfucking
Girl, they
Shark.
Girl,
only know
how
you
dare you
from
Bitch,
try to
are you
talk
motherfucking
to me,
fucking
sucking
kidding
girl?
me,
dick.
bitch?
How dare
Like,
you
bitch,
try
no
to talk to me,
motherfucking saying
No,
about
girl?
what a
bitch, are
bitch
you
know you of,
kidding
cause bitch, that's what
Because
we
yourself?
know
first
you
part,
of. Your
but you
retarded
know,
ass,
first of
crippled
all,
ass,
I did my
motherfucking
love to hate,
punk,
bitch.
bitch. So
I
don't act
did
like
my
you got the
love to
mud, bitch.
hate,
Your looks
bitch.
got you off the mud,
So that way
bitch.
you can hate all
The
you
fuck is you
want.
talking about, bitch? Talking about some
Little
no.
bitch,
Bitch,
the
you're the
fuck?
laughing stock, bitch. Don't ever forget that, bitch. Don't ever get aside your motherfucking self. Bitch.
Don't ever give
Twister.
aside your motherfucking sound. Sound real ugly as fuck. Sound real stupid as
I
fuck.
sounded, you look
Girl, you
it.
was
Damn, y'all
twisted
been
up out
Bitch.
bullying
here.
everybody on the air, but when y'all
Aw,
Ain't
okay.
no
$40
motherfucking
a
aw.
night.
next.
And that's why neither one of them
Twisted
want to show
about
their
it.
What's
fucking
next?
face. Let's see y'all faces. Can we see
Aw,
y'all mugs?
I thought my eyes.
Oh
What's up?
shit! Damn, bitch! You could have won this, bitch.
Hey, baby.
Bro,
Now listen
Drebby is
here,
so
Dre.
fucking funny,
And
bro.
no, bitch, you won't want to listen here, bitch. Didn't you get your ass
I'm trying
whipped?
hard not to laugh, bro.
Ho, bitch.
I love them. I
You
Mother
wanna
You
can't
get your
scared to
ass
fight.
come
whooped?
outside.
Mother eyes,
You wanna get your
bitch.
ass
The
whooped?
fuck you
You
talking
scared to
You
about?
come
wanna get your ass
outside.
whooped?
The fuck?
You wanna get
You
your ass
scared to
whooped?
come
Bitch,
outside,
Miss
Dre.
Jamal, girl, I will punch you in your shoulder, bitch. Don't play with me, girl. I
Come
make
on.
You
you eat.
scared to come
Bitch,
outside.
I will punch you in your
Where you wanna
shoulder.
lick up?
Bitch, I will punch you
Where you
straight
wanna
in your
lick up?
shoulders. Girl, stop playing with me,
Where you
bitch.
wanna lick up? Where you wanna lick up?
Now she wanna
oh,
fight me. Girl, bye.
oh,
Girl,
No
bye. Now,
headphones right
Okay.
now,
Let
how
girl.
her
come this
talk.
bitch don't
Shut
wanna
the
fight me
hell
now?
up.
Now she wanna
Shut the
fight.
hell up.
Now
Shut
she
the
wanna
hell up.
fight. Now she wanna fight.
You don't never come
Shut the hell
outside.
up. You
Don't
And
come.
we
just said
seen
you're
you
pregnant by
outside,
shit, so I'm
bitch.
trying to figure
We
out if
seen
you
you
wanna
outside.
fight
Remember
Uh-uh.
when we pull
away.
up the video, you getting your ass whipped, bitch? We seen you
Pull
outside while
up.
Shamar sat there.
they say
Let's see you get
While
your ass
Shamar
whooped.
sat there
Let's see
acting
you
like
get
she was
your ass
having a
whooped.
panic attack.
Let's see you get your ass whooped.
they see my
Thank you for
son.
It
watching,
ain't gonna be
bitch.
from a
Y'all so
midget.
cute.
Let's see you get your ass whooped.
The fuck?
The fuck? Yeah, that's
Why you
right.
add me, mother go? What's going on, girl? Why you add me, girl? Like, what's going on?
Cause your fat ass came up here to try to
Cause
buzz
bitch,
me.
You just
cause
tried to
You
bitch,
ain't
bully
say
me.
nothing.
Somebody tried
You
to
ain't
bully
say
me, girl. You
nothing.
just said something to me. I came up here like hello. I said hello, and you straight. Oh wow, how wig. You started with me, girl.
I
Oh, look
said
at your
hello.
ass, son.
Girl, look
I
at your
said
face, huh?
hello.
That ain't it, son.
Look at your face, huh? Girl, you're not the
And I
prettiest out
said,
the bunch.
Son,
Girl, they be sitting up here reading
that's
nobody
not
on their
true.
looks.
Son,
Miss Shamar, you're
girl,
not
you
the
got on
prettiest
your
out the
grandma
bunch to sit up
wig,
here and
girl.
read
Shut up.
somebody. Let's really talk about it.
Girl, you got on your
Let's
grandma
really talk
wig, girl.
about
Shut
it.
up.
What you got on?
Girl, you got on your grandma wig,
What you
girl. Shut
and what
up.
you got on your face, bitch? You got
Don't worry about it,
Texas
hoe.
Chainsaw Massacre on your face, bitch.
Aw, Nick.
Your face look like a movie, bitch.
Aw, Nick.
so
I'm
you got
sorry,
you
bro.
got to get these
Bro,
headphones,
what?
girl. Cause
No, she ain't got no headphones. She
Stop.
need a
Y'all gonna let
motherfucking
them
face
No,
straight?
transplant.
my phone's
No,
on
bitch, you need a facial
charge.
plan,
If
bitch.
I
A
if I
face
put the earphones
transplant.
in,
Shut the
my
fuck
phone gonna
up.
go right back dead.
We know.
My phone gonna go
And
right
bitch, you
back
need a
dead.
stomach
Don't worry about your
transplant,
phone going
bitch.
dead. Your face on dead, bitch. Literally. You like you dead.
Girl, I know your fat
Shut up, bitch.
trans
You
former
gotta
ass
smile all the
talking
time.
hoe.
Shut up, bitch.
I know your fat motherfucking transform ass ain't motherfucking talking, bitch.
Smile,
You need to
Shamar.
transfer that fat off your goddamn body,
Just don't
bitch.
open your mouth.
Girl, all I can do is just knock your ass again or you just gonna fall right on the ground, bitch.
Just like your shoulders. Bitch, you doing a lean with it, rock with it.
Let me, bitch. At least I put more niggas than you,
And
bitch.
what you doing? Holy moly, donut
At least I
shop.
put more
The
niggas than
fuck,
you and I
girl?
suck better this than you, bitch. You suck little bit ass, pickle wiggly ass dick.
Girl,
Like a
I'm just
shellfish.
serious,
Sister,
bitch.
you
I
You,
don't
call
be
me,
I hope
sucking
you
no
sister,
suck.
you
dick.
I
call
hope
me
you
Sister
sucking a
I
shark
want a
Shamar.
dick.
dick.
I
I
would
want
hope
a
with
dick
that
that look like
motherfucking
K9.
alligator
Fuck you
mouth,
talking
that
about.
hammerhead mouth,
No shade to
bitch. That
K9.
dolphin mouth,
No shade to
bitch.
K9, but I want a dick like
That
K9, bitch.
piranha mouth, bitch. I would hope you sucking the likes of a
I suck dick
motherfucking
like K. I
shark.
suck dick the
I hope
size
you
of
sucking the
K9
likes of
dick.
a shark dick,
I
a
suck
motherfucking
dick the
elephant's
size
dick.
of K9
Cause ain't
dick.
no
Fuck you
human
talking
want
about.
that motherfucking cirrhosis and that cirrhosis
No
of a
shade
mouth,
to
bitch.
K9, but I'm
Ah,
just saying.
yuck. Who would want
I'm
that
just saying.
alligator? Who would want that motherfucking swamp mouth on them? I know your breath stink.
Oh,
Bitch, the
girl,
one that had
whatever. I
the
shit in your
bitch.
mouth, bitch.
Oh heavens,
Bitch, I
Dre,
no.
shit.
come on.
I shit in. Girl, I'll put some shit. Girl, I want you to fight you, bitch. I'll fight you with some shit.
Oh ew. Oh just
Not
ew.
no shit.
Oh
Not
my
no shit.
god.
I'll put shit in a goddamn bed and twist that bitch up. And
Girl,
so
you
you
got the
run off and just
Amtrak on
slap
your
your
mouth.
ass with that
Your
shit.
mouth look like an Amtrak.
I mean,
Shut
I'm
up,
like,
bitch.
bitch, fuck you,
Your
huh?
mouth look like the Amtrak. Shut the
That
fuck
motherfucker
up,
look like you
punk.
look like shit
Your
turn.
mouth look like the Amtrak, bitch. Shut up,
You look like
punk.
shit turn.
Mouth look like railroads, bitch.
Oh, railroad. Oh,
Aw.
nice. Nice try. Try again.
Yeah. But anyway, mother go, why did you at me, babe? And she
The
dirty,
same reason why you ain't shave
and
your
she dirty,
motherfucking
and
face.
she's a bum. Girl, Shamal, you really a bum. Let's talk about it, bitch. You look a fool. You act a
Oh,
fool.
I'm a
Everything
bum.
about you is a
I'm a
fool.
bum.
So, bitch, you not that
I'm a
girl,
bum.
bitch. Your
I'm a
hair not
bum.
even done. Yeah, look at
I'm
your
a
hair.
bum.
Look at your
But
hair.
ain't you the same
Look
hoe
at your
who a
hair.
fan of me,
Look at
bitch?
bitch. I'm not
Ain't
scared.
you the same hoe that who a fan of me, bitch?
Fan of
You
what?
was a fan
What
of
are
me.
you to be a fan of?
Y'all gonna talk about
Uh,
Girl, you ain't
you
got
a fan of
shit.
me,
What are you to be
baby.
a
You
fan
know that.
of? You ain't get the
You
mark
know
quite like
what?
everybody
You know
everybody
that.
else. You
What?
not no fab girl. Bitch, bye.
You know,
I
Jigsaw
said
you know
you a
my
puzzle.
bitch a
fan, not
fab
me, bitch.
girl. Don't play with her, Dre. You know my
How
bitch a
she
fab
fab?
girl.
Now, name one thing Mother Goat that she fab about. Name it.
You know my bitch go
Tick
viral
tock,
any other
tick
day,
tock.
bitch. You know
No,
my
I
bitch
said you
finna
said
say
fab. How she fab?
she fab. Cause she go
How?
viral every other day. She
So
fab.
okay,
That's
she
fab,
go
bitch.
viral. That
Do
makes her
you go
fab.
viral? Do you
That
go
makes her
viral any
fab.
other day?
Yes, I have.
Do you
Yes,
viral on what?
plenty. You know me. That's why
On
you added
what?
me, bitch. You know me.
Bitch,
You
don't
know the
nobody
name.
girl,
That's why
don't
you
nobody
added me,
know we
punk.
only know you from
Girl,
sucking
Bitch,
y'all
dick
been
you
and
know
even
having
me,
know
sex
you,
in
bitch.
my
bitch.
That's why
mouth.
you
We
added
don't
me,
even know you.
bitch.
Who the
You
fuck
That's
know
is
why
me,
you
bitch.
had to
bitch?
That's
come
why
up.
you added me, bitch.
Yo,
Because
come
if
up
you
and
ain't
suck a
added me,
dick
you wouldn't have known
online.
about me, punk, bitch.
Yo, come up
Now
and
Shamar might
suck
not
this
know me,
dick
but bitch, you know the
online.
name how. You know it. That's how you typed it in, bitch.
Yo, come up and some
Girl, I don't
sucking
even
dick
know you,
online for
bitch.
$40 a night,
I
bitch.
never.
Come
I don't
on.
want to know you,
Who
bitch.
don't know you? You done finally
Ghost.
thought you settled down. The man don't even want you that's next to you.
I want to know a thing about you, Mother Go. I'm so glad you know a lot about me, babe.
Mm-hmm. Sister, you probably need to snatch that man she got next to her.
Okay, if she can have them, I don't want them.
That hoe can't even talk.
If she
That
can
hoe can't
have
even
them,
talk. Look
no,
at her.
that
She
this whole
on mute. The
talking,
bitch can't even
this whole
talk.
talking. If she can have them,
The bitch
I
can't
don't
even
want them.
talk. We can't understand
If
this hoe.
Shamar can take them, I don't
Keep
want them.
talking, nappy head
She can
asshole.
have them. She can have.
Keep
'Em.
talking.
I'm giving you the
Keep
green
Bitch,
light,
you
boo.
barely
talking.
got him. Hell,
Girl, this
you
is the
barely
same bitch
got
that
him.
was tongue kissing motherfucking what's the Bigo name, bitch, y'all? What's his name on Bigo? Fly. Shamal, you was tongue kissing Fly so high, girl. Are you crazy? Do you think I would want anything you have? You were tongue kissing her. You remember that?
Dre,
Girl, what's wrong
you
with your
suck
Yes,
speaker?
you
anonymous
was tongue
dick.
kissing Fly.
Dre, you suck anonymous dick. I wouldn't be
Oh
surprised
my
if
god!
you had
Like,
anything worse than
girl,
fly.
like you need to just sit back, girl, and
Nah, bitch, you need to
sit
sit
back,
back.
bitch, and put them puzzle
Stop coming for
pieces on
my
your
soul.
face, girl. You need to,
Stop coming my
girl.
Stop coming for my soul, fat
Your
ass.
motherfucking face is playing Operation. Girl, bye.
Whatever, fat ass.
Anyway,
Anyway, wait, bitch.
that's why Mother Goat won't show her face, and that's why Tommy the Ghost Gossip won't show his face, and that's why. why Shamal won't show his
Why
face.
you trying to come my bitch Sammy?
Why y'all won't show y'all faces?
Baby, let me just
Y'all
say
so
something, cause I've been
pretty.
Why you trying to
quiet. I
come
ain't
my
saying
bitch
shit. I
Sammy
let you do
though?
your
Y'all so
thing.
pretty. Y'all gotta
But
keep
keep me
going.
out
Let's see
keep me
y'all.
out of it,
I
baby,
don't know
cause
who
I
I'm
ain't saying
talking to.
nothing.
I
This
put you in it,
Tommy,
bitch.
this Tommy.
I put
Don't
your
put me in
empty
it.
bonnet in it. Bitch, I put
Okay,
whoever. What's up?
thumbhead.
What you
Okay,
doing, bitch?
thumbhead.
What
Bitch,
you
I'm
doing,
doing great
bitch?
over here. Don't
What?
start with
What's
me, cause I'm
up,
not the one to
bitch?
start with.
What's
Yeah, what's
bitch?
up,
I don't give
bitch?
a
Cause I'm
fuck
with
who
what
you
you
talking,
on.
bitch.
I'm
Line
with
them
what
up,
you
biggest to
on,
smallest,
bitch.
tallest
I've
to
been
largest.
quiet,
What's
hoe,
up,
but don't
bitch?
get crunk with
I don't
me,
give a
bitch,
fuck
cause
about
I'm
how
not the
quiet you
one
been,
though.
punk.
Yeah,
Bitch,
hoe.
what?
You
Bitch,
with
well,
the
you ain't the
chick
one.
wig
You
ass
too.
bitch.
What's
Don't
going on?
start with me, cause
Bitch,
I'm
if you
not the
ain't the
one to start
motherfucking
with,
one,
bitch. The
you the
best bet for
motherfucking
you
two.
is
And
to
if you don't want
always
the two,
Girl,
you can
somewhere
be
to
the
hold on,
top,
hold on,
motherfucking
cause
hold
I'm
on.
three.
not the one,
Bitch, what
hoe.
you want?
You
You ain't the
you big
owner,
up
but you can
top
be the
and look at the
dose.
bottom,
You
bitch.
ain't the
We ain't
owner,
the
but
same,
bitch, you can be
hoe.
the dose.
Don't
We know
start
you
with
ain't
me
the
though.
owner.
Don't
Girl,
So,
hold
start
bitch,
with
you
on,
me
can
hold
though.
on,
obviously is
hold
the
Yeah,
on.
cause I'm gonna
motherfucking
give you what
Don't
dose,
you
talk to me
want,
that
bitch.
nappy
bitch.
What are
head
you
ass
Yeah,
motherfucking
bitch.
it
saying,
don't matter
bitch?
about my bunny, hoe.
Ho,
It
fuck
don't
is you talking
matter.
about?
It
Pussy
don't
ass
matter,
Oh,
hoe.
you
bitch.
sit
Don't
up there
start with me
Bitch,
though.
fuck you talking
you
Yeah,
sit
about,
up there
bitch.
talking about
bitch.
my
Anything
bitch
before I
Sammy
can
Bitch.
Curry
finish,
though.
hoe.
Yeah.
Fuck is you talking about,
Okay.
bitch?
Okay, girl.
Fuck. Bitch, I'm
Okay.
on your time. What's
Anyway,
up?
what's up?
Bitch.
And
Yeah.
you ain't eat nothing up.
Ain't nobody on your fat
Hoes
ass
cam
time,
down on the
bitch.
solo. Bitch,
Fuck,
fuck y'all talking about.
girl,
Mm-hmm.
bitch, you start out on you study out on solo, bitch.
The fuck? You bitches cam down on the solo.
Dre, look at you. Look at you. You
No, look at
cammed up and
Shamar,
barely still
bitch.
get
How you
credit.
reading me, but you ain't
You
reading
cammed up
Shamar?
and barely still
Girl,
get
how you
credit.
Girl,
reading
you
me, but you
always
ain't
want
reading
to say look
Shamar?
at me.
Shamar,
Yeah,
I
I
face it
know
like
you're
she
a
been in
fantasy,
Jurassic
girl.
Park.
Yeah,
Bitch.
I know you're a fantasy,
And
Like,
if he been
girl.
in
bitch, what are you
Jurassic
talking
Park,
about?
You
you the
are a
gorilla off of Planet of
Huh?
the
fantasy.
Apes. So you can't talk
The
about
fuck?
nobody being on no
Oh,
show when you the
yeah, and
gorilla.
that's how you got
Fuck you
wet.
talking about?
Didn't you get wet,
The fuck is you
bitch?
talking about?
Fuck is you
Cause you
talking
ain't
about?
That
you
hoe
ain't
is a
pushing the skinny
fan. That
stick in
hoe
your
is a
damn
And you
self.
ain't
goofy.
shaking
You bigger than a
shit,
sunroof,
bitch.
bitch. How you
Bitch.
gonna talk about somebody
The
disabled or
fuck?
anything when you need to
Y'all
lose a
talking
few
about me.
pounds?
You started talking about
6,000 a
me.
pound,
You
go
started talking about
lose
me.
some. No,
You started
this
talking
ain't a
about
motherfucking
me.
thing to you.
You
I
started
don't
talking
even
about
know you.
me.
I just sit out here
I
and
can
stay
lose weight, but
quiet
Yeah,
she
and
your
can't
let you
change
do
chicken
what
that
you
grease
gotta
face.
already
do.
I
But
triggered.
you
can
ain't
lose
you ain't
weight,
talk
but she
about
can't
somebody.
change that face. I can lose weight, but she can't change that face. She can't change them
Baby,
shoulders.
the same
She
way
can't
you can
change that
lose that
yacht
weight, she
mouth.
can go change
What
her
the fuck is you talking
face.
about? The
Baby, my
fuck?
bitch look good though. My bitch look good.
But you
She look
don't.
good,
Imagine
hoe.
vouching for another
Stop playing
bitch.
on my bitch
Imagine
top.
vouching for another bitch when
Stop
you
playing on
don't,
my bitch
hoe. You
top.
can't fix them
And
eyes,
when
bitch.
she get that hair
Shut your
done,
punk
that make
ass
her
up,
done, it's a
bitch.
whole different her hoe.
Bitch, you better off
So
write in
please don't
St.
play with
Jude,
my hoe.
bitch. You
Don't
look
play
like
with
you live in a
mine.
third world
Don't
country,
play with my
bitch.
friend hoe.
Hey,
Let's see
Kiwi,
what you
Kiwi,
look like
can you
on a
help
date,
us?
bitch. You been wearing
The
wigs and
fuck?
everything, bitch. You don't even look good, hoe. You still look like a fat ass
I'm wearing
giant,
wigs, but
bitch.
I damn sure don't want to wear that face, bitch. That mask, bitch.
Aw.
Dre.
I'm glad my get what I'm glad
Shut
my
up,
bitch
punk.
look
You
good. Cause
Halloween
get what
Now,
she look better
365,
than you,
bitch.
bitch.
now
Scary as
Dre.
hell.
My friend look
Girl,
better
shut
than you,
up.
hoe.
Trick or treat.
Okay?
Ha.
Fuck you talking
Trick or
about?
treat ass bitch.
Trick or treat.
Bitch, you the one that look like you going trick or treat with that wig on.
Yeah, I'm dressing up as you, bitch. Ha.
You like you finna go motherfucking trick or treat. You finna go knock on
I'm
everybody door
dressed up
for
as
big
you.
ass hoe. Bitch, Halloween is
I'm dressed
over,
up as
bitch.
you.
Try again, bitch.
Mm-mm. You look like that
Try
man off
again, hoe.
600 pound of life.
I'm you.
That man that nobody want to wash his hands.
Fuck.
Mm-mm. You do not need to
Ah,
turn to the side no more like that.
Well, that's your
damn.
girlfriend from the front, not to the side. That's your bitch from the front, not to the side. Remember that
And look at
bitch.
you in the
Remember
front.
that bitch. That's your
Why you
bitch from
got
the
on that
front,
ugly
not
ass
to the
wig
side,
though?
bitch. So
Why
don't
you
say a
got on
Growing
fuck
her
that?
ass
Why
to
all
me,
the
you got on
way
your
out.
bitch.
grandma wig?
Fuck you talking
Why
about.
you got on
Yep.
your grandma wig? Why you got on your grandma
And why you got
dick.
in that vampire face, bitch?
If I'm a vampire, bitch, I'll bite your face
Oh
off,
Lord, I
bitch.
know you
What you
would, and you
talking
can.
about?
You're capable.
Dre, you bite
Yep,
too,
I'm gonna bite your
bitch.
face off, bitch. You gonna be looking like a
Oh,
skeleton,
we
bitch.
know.
You ain't even gonna have that.
We
You
know.
see how your
You
friend
bite
look like a
animals, bitch.
skin?
Shut up. Who the
Bitch,
fuck you
all
care
that
about
ain't gonna be on your
biting a human?
face,
You bite
hoe.
animals. You zookeeper.
Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna bite your ass, bitch.
Anything. Move it on. I'm hitting it for a minute because
You might want to stay away. 'Cause when I bite your
okay,
bitch,
and you may not want, but I
when
will
I
beat the
bite
shit
your
out you,
hoe,
Miss
don't be
Shamar.
crying.
Keep it cute. I
Don't be
will
crying
fuck
for
you
help,
up.
hoe.
Girl,
Know that punk,
girl,
bitch.
you can go fuck shit up.
You know what? You know what? It be the fat hoe that Lord talking like you. You know what? You main one fat ass bitch that gonna get knocked the fuck
Girl,
down,
stop
hoe.
biting your tongue, bitch.
Oh baby,
Yeah, oh
oh
boy.
who said I was biting my tongue? I'm
Oh,
not
you
biting my
is.
tongue. I'm not.
Bitch, ain't
I'm
nobody
not.
quiet,
I'm
hoe.
not cokehead.
Hey, you talk about.
Anyway,
Hey, when y'all can have 1,000 beans? Can my country girl give me a thousand?
What's next?
Well, this
The
is
fuck?
fine.
It was.
Very fun.
It's crazy.
It's giving
Can
very
I
much
win real quick,
nappy head
y'all?
ass
Look
hoe.
at your
Give
hair
Rich him
though,
a fat
Shamar.
She look like she finna
She
They
hunt
giving
giving
her.
fat
Shamar.
face.
She look like she finna go set
Now
her.
this
She look
this
They
like she
big
giving
finna go
fat
mama
set her
face.
booty.
ass.
Mother goat, don't like this.
Big mama
How you
booty.
talking about
Girl,
that
it's
big
giving
mama
fat
booty?
face.
What? Okay, girl, I'm leaving. I'm gone. Girl, losers. What? Girl, what? Bitch, girl, y'all know it's just, girl. I'm crying. Are we serious? Like, for real? Definitely was. Okay, Nika. Somebody said zero no clock. For sure. I'm not entertaining them hoes no more. I do too much of that. Like seriously. Okay, I just you said Shamada. Oh my god, I gotta pee. Hold on, let me let y'all up real quick while I take a seat here. Oh wait, is anybody in here? Hold on, let me unlock the here.
Hey, man, what the fuck I got going on?
Hold
I'm
on,
gonna keep
y'all.
it busy, Jay. Hey, that shit was funny as hell. What's good, Jay? What's good, Kami? No, I ain't far, bitch. You see what's wrong with you? Get your head out of the gutter.